going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to Fantasy Hockey Picks and Bets presented by Prize Picks right here on the Mayo Media Network. Thanks as always for taking the time to hang out. I'm Chris Meaney. We got 4 games on the ice this evening. Going to break them all down with Cam Stewart. Have some fun with my guy, Cam. Only 4 games, but we're going to find a way to hopefully produce some winners for you guys, talk about some props as well, and some DFS plays on the way out. Please smash the like button if you have a question, a comment, a concern. Leave it there in the YouTube section. Circle back before puck drop. Just a couple days now, and maybe your fantasy hockey season is winding down. It could be the final weekend for you. It could be semifinals. So if you have a question there, don't be afraid to ask it, and I will definitely circle back before puck drop. We want to get some fantasy hockey championships out there for you guys. So good luck this weekend. But right now it is time for the Prize Picks play of the day. Follow the link inside the description of this video for a 100% first deposit match. The promo code is in the link in the description. So prizepicks.com, you can mix and match, again, across all the sports that you love. I say that all the time, but I love all the sports. So if you just like a couple hockey plays, you can get involved with some basketball, some golf. And they also have some NFL draft props up there as well. And already some Najee Harris prop lines as well. So there's a lot going on over at prizepicks.com. But I got a couple hockey plays here for you today. I don't know if there's anybody hotter right now in the NHL than Max Pacioretty and Mark Stone. These guys are winning fantasy hockey championships for people out there, and they're cashing tickets. Max Pacioretty 4.6 and Mark Stone 4.0 against Arizona tonight. They are just taking over one city at a time. Pacioretty enters on an 8-game point streak, 14 points over that span for Max Pacioretty. We talked about him so many times in the show about how he is just a streaky goal scorer, 6 goals and 16 points over his last 10 games. Mark Stone, 7 goals and 14 points over his last 8 games. I like them both. Pacioretty is my favorite because he's the volume shooter. He's the guy that's most likely going to end up with 3 or 4 shots. You get the goal, 3 points. Actually, you get a goal, you're at 3.5 and you're there. So the multi-point games for these two have just been off the charts. I like them a lot against Arizona. And then Kyle Connor is a guy that we haven't picked in quite some time, but 3.6. The prop total has dropped down a little bit because he has been fairly quiet over the past couple of weeks for his standards. He's been great all year, but he's got a date with the Canadiens. Montreal has allowed at least 4 goals in 6 of their past 8. They are hurting right now on the blue line, and they're missing a few forwards as well. Both of these teams not playing great hockey, but Connor has had his way with the Canadiens this season, particularly on the power play, and the Habs among the leaders in taking penalties this season. So for Connor, 6 goals and 10 points in 8 games against the Habs. There's a lot of action. I like McKinnon as well over at prizepicks.com. So check it out. You'll see some shot props and some save props a little bit later on in the day. So check out the link in the description of this video, and good luck tonight. Let's bring in Cam Stewart. 4 games on the ice. Cam, you're coming off a big, massive night, I hear, last night.
Yeah, Ron Rubber was really liking the NFL draft. That's what I said. I went incognito like last night. Morency, when we're doing the show, I start talking. I'm like, so you know what about the Vancouver? He's like, that's the end of the hockey conversation. We're talking NFL props. It was the best. So Ron Rubber turned into a Frank football last night, and it was great. The props went really well. We had Surtain under 10.5 in the football. Morency kicked butt, and yeah, we went 9-1 in hockey. Meaning, sorry for the people that just tuned into my segment on Friday. We don't really have too many of those nights. 4-game schedule tonight. It's tough. I really wish last night's sked was tonight because I love the Devils and the Islanders. I'm like, the Devils, like these guys, they beat the Flyers in the other game. The Flyers had to pull the goalie, score 2 goals and win in a shootout. And you're giving me these teams at like plus 115, 120, and the Devils over at 6, not like 7. Like, are you crazy? So anyway, tonight, Meaney, it's very tough. This card is a little bit more difficult. Let's hopefully we can escape some landmines and find something for the people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's been something about this show. You and I will hopefully get on the same page here today. Friday was bad. Monday was bad.
It's my fault.
I felt No. Over at FTN was bad too. Like Monday and Tuesday was awful. I was up to 98 units, I think, on Monday, and then I lost a bunch. I went to 78. The last 3 days have been crazy. Up 45 units over the last 3 days at 125. So FTNbets.com. If you're looking for a subscription, we'll be giving picks all the way until that Stanley Cup is raised. We'll be doing some stuff here on this show as well, but use a promo code Meaney, Mayo, whatever you want to use. We will be giving picks. Jeff Ratcliffe is jumping in and giving hockey picks, and he's like, whoa, he had Shea Theodore over the other day. He hadn't given hockey picks all year, but he's been really giving them over the past couple of weeks. So he's starting to get into a groove. So we have a couple of us giving picks. So yeah, I was in the dumps, man. I was feeling so bad about a lot of the picks, and it's like, maybe I just got to give fewer picks on this show, but they've been hitting a couple parlays, which helps. And you're right about the Devils on them as well. And the over, I don't know what was up with Vegas and those odds, because yeah, they blew that game on Sunday, the 2 goals late in the game, but they won and they ended their 10-game losing streak against Philly, and then they had their way with them again last night. So it was some strange odds last night.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Whoever made the odds last night, can you come back? We need you.
Yeah, for sure. There's no question about that. So only 4 games today. Let's start with Montreal and Winnipeg. I'm a little nervous for the Habs, man. Everybody knows, don't need to break any news here. I follow this team pretty closely, the Canadians. The last time out, the roster that they laid out there with the Leafs, I mean, you could look at the box score and you can see the shots on goal, and you see Montreal with more shots on goal, but it was not even close of a game. They just got outmatched. They had no skill. Winnipeg comes in struggling. They're plus 100 on
struggling.
Yeah, the Habs minus 115. Both of these teams are struggling. Big time. The North, Calgary won last night. So they're back.
The North in general is struggling. I couldn't care less about the North struggling. What are we going to do, Meaney, when we hit the playoffs? Too, these guys have already traveled all over the damn world. It's like, well, you're not going to have a cup in Canada in 93. Like, good luck. Like, everyone's like, hey, the Leafs, they got to check. Have you seen, like, Tampa Bay? They don't even have Kucherov. Carolina's amazing. Florida's better. Like, you could name it. Pittsburgh looks awesome right now. Washington are a bunch of killers. Like, good luck.
It's good just it does seem like the Leafs division, right? It's already their division, but
correct.
Like to get out of the North, because yes, the Jets, they've lost 5 straight games. They're at 57 points. The Canadians have lost 4 of 10. Their lead on Calgary is now 4 points after a Flames win last night over the Oilers. They have played one more game, but Montreal is just playing a lot of hockey too. That span where they were off for about a week and a half with the COVID. They're all of a sudden playing a ton of games, 4-game weeks. They play again tomorrow night. They're really, with no Gallagher, they look different. Say what you want about Duran not scoring goals and Paul Byron being whatever, but those guys out of the lineup, all of a sudden, like Frolik is in the lineup, Eric Stahl and Lehkonen, that's a line that looks pathetic. Cole Caulfield is a young guy. I think he's got some great upside in the future, but be honest, he doesn't look ready. He's playing inside the top 6. I got to lean Winnipeg here, but to be honest, these are 2 brutal hockey teams. And I say so many times, like, I don't want to put my money on bad teams. There's only 4 games here tonight. We got to pick a side. I'm leaning Jets because of the success they've had against Montreal.
Yeah.
I think they got the better goalie at the moment. If it is Hellebuck, nothing's confirmed. I would imagine it is. Allen's not getting a lot of help here. What do you think?
I think Allen's a good goalie. You're right.
I think he's a good goalie too. He's not getting any help though.
What about 5.5? What do you think about this total? It's kind of weird, Meaney, that you look at these games like Winnipeg, they played Edmonton to a 2-1 game. It's funny. I tell people, like, take a look at the overs in, the West Division with these teams. They kind of play like loose beer league hockey. And in the North, it's kind of opposite if you post a number, but we're not getting a 6 here. It's a 5.5. So it's a little bit concerning. I lean Montreal. You're right. Like, I'll have opinions on other games. I'm probably going to bet it because I'm a degenerate and I'll bet every damn game on the board just because I like, hey, look at all the action I got tonight. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun when you're winning. But this game is tough. I lean under actually at 5.5. I see kind of like a 3-2 type of game just under the number, but I'm going to be honest with the people. I don't love this game at all. It's actually a horrible matchup. The Jets are struggling and I don't trust Montreal.
Yeah, you can't trust this team. I'm with you on the under. I've been betting under Habs games for a while now. And yeah, Allen's been good. He's not getting the run support. Jets have won 4 or 5 against the Habs in this series. 4 of them have gone over. We've seen some massive goal totals here, like 7-1, 4-3, 6-3, 5-0, 4-2 the last couple of games. But the Jets are missing Nikolai Ehlers. They're not getting anything really from Scheifele because losing Ehlers so huge to this team, and they had 2 strong lines that were scoring.
Wheeler's banged up after Sandin gave him that little lean-in move. He hasn't been the same since that.
Exactly. Yeah, he was out a few games before that with the concussion. And then again with Montreal, I mean, no Gallagher. The goals have dried up. The only dudes that score on this team is Toffoli and Anderson. It's crazy. A lot of people want to just take shots at Mark Bergevin, but Toffoli and Anderson are pickups where they have over 30% of the Canadiens' goals this season. If they didn't have Toffoli or Anderson, I think they'd be a bottom 3 team in the league. They're this brutal offensively. I like the under, and I like the Jets. I like Toffoli on the shot prop, but that's basically it. What do you think, man? The Canadiens are going to be done. Let's see. They'll be done after they play the Oilers Wednesday, May 12th, and they're just going to be sitting there and watching the Flames play 4 straight games against a Canucks team that will probably be checked out. They're now bottom in the North.
That's the best. So
they could make the playoffs here.
NHL season, are we going to go to the playoffs? Canucks. Hey, yeah. Do you like the Canucks? The best is me. I'm looking at the schedule this week because I do another show with Smokestack Blessing, and we do like a few games ahead and just give some previews and look aheads. There's one game on Sunday. You don't think the Vancouver Canucks could have slipped a game in there and had one less? Like, come on, guys. I love these guys in the NHL. It's like Sunday. It's like Detroit's playing. I get it. Like, there's one game.
I know. And it's brutal from a fantasy standpoint too. Just from, those head-to-head matchups, you need to be getting involved with, a couple Tampa or Detroit players. I like to have a couple guys on that last day on a Sunday. So, okay, we're a little torn. Let's bring in Matty. Maybe split the tie here. You're feeling the Habs. I'm feeling the Jets. We hate both of these teams. What do you think, Matty?
I also don't like both of these teams. If I have to pick a side here, I'm going to the Jets just because of the price. If it was a pick 'em, I'd still go to the Jets. I feel like you said off the top, Meaney, Winnipeg has the better goalie, and that's all I'm looking for here. Is that they do have the better goalie, and Montreal's offense, no Drouin. Like you said, Caulfield has looked either fantastic in spurts or just, like you said, not ready for the NHL. Give me the Jets here by a little bit. This might be a no bet for me, but on Fridays I can't use that phrase no bet because Cam doesn't know what a no bet is.
No, you can't. No bet? That doesn't ring. No. Hooked on phonics, me no understand. You can't have no bet. We bet on everything. Meaney's going to have shot props in like a KHL game. Don't worry, Matt. It's not Nashville Predators radio. You got the night off, but not a night off from me and Meaney. You got to bet. Bet.
You got to bet. Oh, I love Fridays. Bet it.
Oh my goodness.
We're such idiots. I'm such a dude.
I love it. You and I were both. Matty was up all night working his shift. A dude is messaging me at like 4:30 in the morning. He's just crashing to bed. You and I were covering the NFL draft. We did 5 hours of free live streaming over at FTN with Jeff Ratcliffe, Brad Evans, Derek Brown, and we had Elliot Chris in there. And it was a blast. We'll be back tonight if you want to hang out, but I'm in that weird giddy mood too. Suzuki 2.5. Use that FTN free prop shop. You're going to get the best odds possible. Toffoli 2.5. William Hill Sportsbook is the best. But how about Nick Suzuki here? Maybe 1.5 for Suzuki.
Hey, he shot the puck against the Leafs. It's like that's the only thing. Campbell didn't see that one. That goal, that he can shoot the puck. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that might be a good play.
He's he's got a hell of a shot. I'd like to see him shoot more. He's a bit of a pass first guy, but you look at the back of the hockey card and you see 2-1-4-1. It's like, do I really want to take this guy? But given the fact that the Canadians are pretty slim up front, he's getting a lot more ice time. I'm willing to take a shot on him. If you think Toffoli is too juicing and you don't have access to William Hill, I mean, on DK he's minus 182, so that's like no thanks. But Suzuki 1.5, William Hill minus 130. That's one that I can get behind. All right, Colorado and San Jose in here next. So the Avs,
the Sharks,
heavy favorites. Yeah, the Sharks.
This team is like I've never had like a team that has screwed me more. Like I used to like San Jose. I didn't mind them. I've been to the Shark Tank. Great fans. Had a good time. No, it's a great vibe there. Like I had a really good time when I went to San Jose and watched games. I'll say this though, this team's killing me, Meaney, and there has been a trend, and it's a very hard trend. That's why it's hard to make money every night in the NHL. Teams that are done that wake up. So you're thinking, oh, San Jose's mailed it in. They lose to Anaheim that series, blah, blah, blah. Then they come in and beat Arizona for 2, a team that needs it. Who the hell wants to make the playoffs other than the St. Louis Blues? Kudos to the Blues, by the way. Those are a bunch of men. These guys have showed up when they needed to. And these other teams who think they got life, you got nothing. The Blues are going to beat the best teams in the league like they're doing against Minnesota and make the playoffs, and then they're going to be dangerous. Blessing told me, Meaney, he got futures on them at 58-1. They're already been knocked down to like mid-20s, probably around 20 when they do clinch, because think about it. they've been playing playoff games for a very long time, and they're going to be a scary team. It's just what I know. They're not the Blues of the Stanley Cup. They're still missing some guys, but I'd be very, very scared. As for this game, buddy, Colorado coming off that loss, this is an interesting way. People you assume that Colorado could just show up, figure it out, and dummy San Jose. I don't know about that. I also know that Vegas is probably going to win the division. Colorado already has injuries. They have to get to the playoffs healthy. That's number one. We can't be in this situation again. For all you Colorado backers, they need a full team. Vegas is going to throw everything at them. Minnesota, they're a decent team. St. Louis, these are scary clubs, right? I like the over in this spot. I kind of want to take Colorado, but I think they kind of know that Vegas is going to win this division, Meaney, or can they just flick on a switch? And I think they got to worry about their health. San Jose is playing better, but they play loose. I don't care if it's Jones or the corner in net. I think we get over 6 goals tonight. That's the way I'd probably play this game.
Yeah, I would play it the same way. Yeah, good on Blessing. And you and I have been talking about the Blues. They've been frustrating, but lately, plus money in those games against Meaney, they've won 4 straight. Mm-hmm. And they look like they're comfortably in a playoff spot now, right? They got a 5-point cushion on the Coyotes, and they got a couple games in hand. Yeah, what a great bet. I mean, I'm looking right now, and you can get them, again, using the prop shop, fdmbets.com. You get them 40-1 still.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
I can't believe that. Most places spots are like mid-20s now.
Yeah, most spots are mid-20s, and PointsBet has them at, let me double check. It was 40-1. I mean, William Hill 30-1. Yeah, other spots, I mean, DK 22-1, right? So shop around. BetMGM's got 30-1 in there. FanDuel's got 28-1. But yeah, the Blues, absolutely, they're playing the playoff hockey, the style. They're not that far removed from winning the cup with a very similar roster. Like, yeah, Pietrangelo not on there, but a top 6 is very similar. They still got the young kids who are a little bit more experienced. So, I mean, they're going to be a scary team. It does look like Vegas has got that division locked down. I think they've won 10 straight games. They got the 6-point lead on Colorado. I think that's their division. And man, Vegas St. Louis would be a very entertaining series. There's no question about that.
St. Louis plays Vegas tough.
They do.
They don't want you don't want that series, Vegas. And I'll tell you, even if you get through St. Louis, you're going to have some casualties along the way. And meaning, more like you're Mr. Hockey, you got to be healthy. And sometimes winning the Stanley Cup's not about the best team. It's about who's the healthiest, who can actually put on their equipment and play.
Yeah, you're right about the Avs too. This is a couple years in a row now. I know COVID has kind of went through their team, but injuries have certainly gone through their team. I'm with you on the over. I'll probably just stay away altogether. The Avs have lost 3 straight games, but they're completely depleted up front. Mikko Rantanen is expected to return to the lineup tonight. That's going to be a big boost to their squad. And I think Philip Grubauer is expected to return to tonight too. So they're starting to get healthier. I think he's been the reason they've been losing some of these games.
That's bad news for our total, buddy. I don't like that. But San Jose still scores goals and gives up goals, right?
Exactly. I'm with you on the over. I think we'll see that hit. But yeah, the Sharks really do tick me off, man. I thought the Coyotes were going to maybe win one of those games, fighting for their playoff lives, and San Jose just crushed them. They were just like 4-0 or something halfway through the game. It's like, what? And every time I watch the Sharks now, I think of you. And I love the Shark Tank. It's a great time.
It is.
Yeah, I went there for a bachelor party, and we had a blast. It was a phenomenal atmosphere. It was great. All right, so Mikko Rantanen, I can't see him now because it's not confirmed, but once he's confirmed into the lineup, you'll find him, and you'll probably see him at 2.5 shots. I'm going to like McKinnon here as well at 3.5 shots. So both of those guys are definitely in play for me. Okay. We eating like kings tonight? No? LA?
That's another team.
This is another one. Right? What the hell do you do here?
Basically, Meaney, I hate everyone but the Blues. And like who's trying to make the playoffs.
You hated the Blues 2 weeks ago.
I know. Now I love them. They're great. And I've just been riding the Blues. That's it. Like every now I'm like, thank God. Like that comeback win against Minnesota 3-1 live betting them. I'm like, this is great. You're right. Like I'm a horrible person. Like I'm like, imagine this was women. Like I'm adulterous. Oh, hey, honey, great night. Don't worry. Hey, Barb, I got another date here with Cheryl. Like I'm a jerk. I just love you and leave you. I'm just a horrible person. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Meaney. I was very bad with the Blues, but me and the Blues, this is the most steady relationship I've had. We've been on for a couple of weeks, and it's going strong right now, hopefully into the playoffs till she sees my gambling tablet. Then I'm in big trouble. But I will say I'm going back to LA.
Yeah.
They played that game. They beat the Ducks the first time. They came back 3-2 game. Every game stays under the number. And I talked to Blessing again about this. I'm like, do you just blindly bet unders in these spots? But he brings up a good point too. And we're talking, eventually these teams are starting to think about travel, the golf course. Like, when do you kind of let loose and go, you know what, we're not going to get there. 5.5 looks low. I like a lot of overs tonight, except for the Montreal game, but I like the Kings, and I'm leaning over 5.5 as well, but I'm going to bet the Kings. And that's a dangerous bet, Meaney. They'll let you down, this team.
Yeah, they will. And you wouldn't have liked my analysis on Wednesday when these two teams played. LA Anaheim? No, thanks. Next.
No. Yeah, that's Matt Best. Pass. Is Nat still playing? Pass. Oh yeah, Preds aren't on the docket.
The Kings, you just don't know what you're going to get with them. They've lost 5 of 7. You have no clue.
No idea.
They beat the Ducks 4-1, and then they beat the Ducks 4-1 again, and then they lost 3-2 in the other game.
So 3 straight unders there, but the 5.5. Eventually, one of these games, like, Meaney, do you see like the Ducks kind of loosening up just a little bit? Maybe the Kings like trying not to be so, I guess, defensive. Like, take some chances here. You guys got to catch the Blues, man, and good luck doing it. Like, you got to throw everything at you, right? Like, eventually these teams are just going to go, it's beer league time, let's stay healthy and try to get through the end of the season. But hockey players are very, very competitive people in comparison to other sports. They don't quit till the very end.
Yeah, they don't. And some of these kids now we're starting to see them get a little bit more ice time. I mean, Zegras is back up for the Ducks. So, I mean, that's something. Quentin Byfield is now officially up with the Kings. In his NHL debut, he played 17:57. He had 4 shots on goal. So I don't know what took so long for these kids to come up, but it's nice.
That's the thing. It's different, right? There's no Memorial Cup CHL. Like, usually you had the rule, like, your team gets knocked out and then you go to the big club. And I was thinking that with Montreal. I'm like, what are you guys doing? You already have injuries and stuff. Like, you call up your prospects. Like, these guys, like, look what Cole McCarr did. For all you need to know, people, and Meaney knows, Matt knows, McCarr came in for Colorado, and the guy was a difference maker immediately. Like, these guys, these Hobie Baker winners, these guys are like the best of the best. Junior stars, they're ready to rock. They can play in the league and play valuable minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what took so long either. I mean, Byfield's centering that third line. He didn't really get any power play time, but, like, come on, man, give the kid some power play time. Let him get in there. I mean, the season is done. It's over. I'm with you. I lean the Kings. I think ultimately that they're the better team.
Barely.
But barely, yeah. Barely is right. I'm kind of thinking we could see 6 goals, but do I want to double down? Like, do I want to make 2 bets here?
Yeah, don't do it because I'm on the show, Meaney. I tell you, like, I haven't been very good on these Fridays. Friday's not my night in the NHL. Thursday's my night. Yeah, Wednesday was
gets you on Thursday. We'll switch the shows.
Please do. I love the Thursday card because the Thursday card is big too.
Yeah, it's big.
It's a real big, juicy card.
We get the same garbage teams on Friday.
Yes, we do.
The Sharks and the Kings, and I never know what to do with those teams, man.
It's hard.
It is tough.
I don't want to make excuses. People are like, shut up and make picks. Give me winners, you loser. I'm like, I'm trying, man, but, like, you should have heard the show last night. We were all over it.
No, I think people understand.
I hope so.
Yeah, go Kings. Let's eat like Kings.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. Hello, Kings.
All right, so the final game here, we got the Coyotes at home plus 165.
Here we go.
5.5.
Here we go. Another team that I absolutely hate, Arizona. Here's the thing, though, Meaney. I'm using an angle on this game, and people do what you want with it. Arizona, we feel great. We're back in it, playing good hockey, beat the Kings. You lose 2 to SJ Sharkey. This is when you get on them because nothing makes sense in the NHL. I'll take the plus 1.5. I know it's nuts. Vegas is one of those hot teams. I'm probably going to sprinkle on the money line, but this is a spot. Vegas has been playing good. Also, a big win against a rival in Colorado. I see letdown spot. I know some Vegas fans, me and Brian were talking about it again, doing our shows. We'll go to Arizona, big deal. You know what I mean? They're not going to make a real difference. I actually think Arizona could compete in this game, and I think it's going to be real close, like an overtime game. I'm going to take a shot with the Coyotes plus 1.5. It's no juice. You might even get a plus by game time because everyone's going to smash Vegas, and I'll sprinkle on the money line. I lean over 5.5 as well. A call to the butcher tonight. It looks like I'm going for a big salami overlog.
Ooh.
Except for the Montreal game. I love like lots of salty salami tonight. A lot of overs.
I don't hate it, actually.
Thank you. You can be honest with me, Meaney. God, Cam, you and your dogs are so stupid. Like, God, you're just reaching.
No.
I like the situation, as dumb as it sounds.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't sound that dumb, because you start to see some desperation for some of these teams.
Yes.
This is it, right? This is it. They need to get this win tonight, because they lost those 2 games to the Sharks, and they're only 5 back. I say they're only 5 back, but 6 games to play. Like, they lose this game tonight, they're done. So they have no choice but to really lay it all on the line, be competitive. The Golden Knights feeling themselves a little bit, coming off that big win against Colorado. They've won 10 straight. Yeah, I mean, all the points that you make, it's the NHL. I mean, it's just tough, night in and night out, to be making these bets with these teams. Vegas has won 5 of 6, but the last time they played was a 1-0 win. It was a tight game. I remember watching it.
Arizona should have won that game.
Yeah, they should have won that game. I thought they outplayed them, in particular in the third period. They got strong goaltending. So I don't mind the puck line where you're going there. And I probably won't. I mean, including Vegas in some parlays and stuff, but
yeah,
you're probably dead on. Like, when we get closer to maybe puck drop, what do you think Vegas is like? Minus
210. Well, I see some 210s, 215s. Like, I'm on different sites, as high as on some sites where you get the 230 because they juice the favorites. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing closes down around 240. Meaning, I don't see too much Arizona money, but I'll be one of those guys doing that. I know it's a little bit risky, but everything tells me it's a topsy-turvy NHL. They lost 2 games to the Sharks. All of a sudden, everyone's down on them. This is when you come back. It's been kind of an ongoing theme with these bottom feeders in this division, these teams trying to make the playoffs. They really disappoint you in must-win games, and then they shock you against good teams like Colorado and Vegas. So I'm going there.
Shea Theodore, 2.5 shots, minus 125. I don't think I've ever really talked about him, but I've had him a couple of times in the prop shot. Check out the shots totals from this guy over the past couple. 9, 4, 6, 1, 5, 4, 4, 3, 4, 3. For a defenseman, that's pretty darn good. This guy is clearing 2.5 now. He's done it in 6 straight games and 9 of his past 10. So I like Tuck in there as well, but I think Theodore's at a better price, minus 125, and just logs a lot of ice time, and he's not afraid to shoot the puck. I'm gonna ride these I think shot props and point props more so than just taking Vegas. I think the easy play would just be to come in here and say, oh, puck line, they're rolling. But I think you're onto something there with I
don't know, Meaney. Don't let me influence you with my
I'm not gonna pick Arizona. I mean, that's all on you. Go ahead.
That's all
No, I like it. It's all on you. But Stone plus 195, 2-point night, and Max Pacioretty plus 285 for a 2-point night.
Wow.
You can get Pacioretty plus money just to have an assist on some spots. So you can't
crazy.
do it on DK. Yeah, I know books think he's this big volume shooter, and he's got more assists than he has goals this season. He's got 26 assists and 24 goals. He is having a career year, but look at these games. He has an assist in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight games.
Yeah.
He has an assist. You can get plus money, people, for an assist for Pacioretty. Why not? Why not do it instead of laying minus 220 or whatever the hell it's going to be around puck drop? Maddie, what do you think, man? Is Cam onto something here?
What's on your card? No, I know Maddie. This guy, I don't want anything.
I know he's like, no.
He's like, oh, this guy.
I'm not.
Meaney, after the meeting, why do we have this guy in the show? God, these dog picks are so bad.
Oh, come on.
I love that.
I'm joking, Meaney. Hey, I actually think Arizona's got a chance. You said it, 1-0 the last game.
Exactly.
Vegas feeling great. Like, you know what Vegas is probably doing? Think about it. They're probably golfing and stuff. It's Arizona. Who cares? We got a lead on Colorado. This sounds like a real, let's take the night off type of game for Vegas.
Well, I'm not turning Stone hit the score sheet, tell you that.
Exactly. Well, those guys, they're so good they can get a point drunk.
I'm seeing the Golden Knights right now at minus 210, and like you were talking about earlier, I could see them move to like minus 230, 240.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is why I'm going to wait to bet the Arizona Coyotes right before puck drop. I feel like I've gone against Cam's underdogs for this whole year.
Smart.
And now And now for once, I'm going to go in on it. I just think all the narratives work for this team. The desperation, trying to get in as hard as they can kind of thing.
Yes.
And that's the narrative I can buy. Get out of here with the birthday narratives and shit like that. But give me the desperation, need to make the playoffs narratives, and I'm all over that. I looked at the puck line for the Golden Knights, plus 130. I can't get on that. Plus 175 right now, the updated line for the Coyotes. Get a little higher, and I'm all in around puck drop. And by all in, I don't mean I'm going to drop like 5 units. I just mean like I'm in on the bet.
Yeah, you're in on the bet. No, I mean, all the points make sense, right? Yeah, I think we'll see Vegas feeling a little loose. That game against Colorado, you can tell how, when I watched it, you can tell how just fired up they were. They knew if they won that game, that was going to probably give them the division, give them the cushion and the lead. So maybe a bit of a letdown spot for Vegas. Cam, most of your dogs have hit this year.
Some of them, like we've been good with Buffalo, like down the stretch when they were on that little heater against Philly and stuff like that. But the thing is, sometimes they don't. It's good to take a chance, though. Like the thing is about this game, I really like. Sometimes, I'll be honest, I take a lot of dogs because I look at the plus money and I get really excited going, wow, I love winning a bet 2.5 times, but that's a bad way to approach it. But I really like thinking about this game. I think there's a lot of things to play for Arizona. Over, like Vegas feeling good off an opponent that will wear you down. Colorado, that's a huge series. Like that's a huge game against Colorado. Arizona, a team that you haven't played well against and still beat. Everything to me points to Arizona in a spot where if they give an effort tonight, if they play hard, Vegas could be in a lot of trouble. That's what I'm saying. It's just, and you know what Vegas still do? They'll probably be down in the game and in the third period wake up, and it might be just a bit too late. That's the way I see this game going.
Man, I don't know how many times I've bet Vegas in the third down.
That's what, they're a great live bet.
They really are a great live bet. They come back a lot late in the third. Did we discuss the total at all? What do you think about the total? Like, I don't think the Coyotes can win a track meet.
No, I don't either. I was originally thinking over. Now I'm thinking Arizona wins like 3-1.
Yeah,
2-1 with an empty net, or 3-2.
Yeah, if they're gonna win
4-2 tops, but it's 5.5, right? Do you see a 6 out there? I'd still love the under. At 6, I'd smash the under, but it's 5.5.
Yeah, it's 5.5. I'm not seeing 6 anywhere. That could change, but yeah, I'm not seeing it. So I agree. I think if they win, it's one of those games where it's just it's super low scoring. Yeah, 5.5 across the board. Not seeing.
Yeah, you know what? You got me thinking. See, Meaney, I did something for Matt. Now I was thinking that salami. I need to take a wedge off the salami there because I'm worried about the total in this game. I think I'm going under. I originally liked over, but if I like Arizona, I think it's correlated to the under.
Yeah, Vegas has 2 1-0 victories
over these guys.
Arizona.
I know Arizona's beat them like I off the top of my head. I think 5-4 in a shootout earlier on in the year. Like they've not like got smoked by these guys all the time. Games are close.
Yeah, games are close. From a DFS standpoint tonight, only 4 games. You're going to have to get a little bit different. I think the Colorado line is going to be super popular with McKinnon at 9K. On DK. Let's just run through. I'm going to run through some prices here. So 9K, Scheifele 7-1, Kopitar 6-3, Kadri 5-5. I think that's the way to be different. Maybe attack the second line. I would expect Rantanen to be up with McKinnon and Gabriel Landeskog. You got Burakovsky with the drop down to Kadri. So maybe that's a way to be different. But Chandler Stevenson at 5-2. I mean, this guy is super hot. Vegas, that top line is going to be hot as well. I know we don't like a lot of goals in that game, but I'm shying away from Winnipeg and Montreal. And I don't think I'm going to really get involved with LA or Anaheim. Maybe Kopitar could be an option for you there, but also don't really see a lot of goals there too. So I think maybe to be unique on a 4-game slate like this would be to attack Colorado 2, that second line, and then maybe to attack Vegas's second line as well with Marchessault, Riley Smith, or William Karlsson. There is some value down here. I mean, Couture is 4-5. Like that is a crazy price for a guy who really is a good hockey player. It's been an up and down season for him, but he comes in riding a 3-game point streak. He's got 2 goals and 4 points over that span. This is a guy that just gets a lot of ice time. You could see him with 20 plus minutes. So a guy who's going to get 20 plus minutes at 4.5. Colorado has been a little loose defensively. They're allowing some goals. It looks like Grubauer is going to be back in between the pipes, like I said, but hasn't played in a couple weeks. So who knows how sharp he is going to be. So I think we could see some offense in that game. We like the over there. It is hard to shy away from the Gabriel Landeskog 6'9" and Mark Stone 6'8" prices. Those guys are extremely underpriced, but Burakovsky in there at 6'1", Dustin Brown in there at 5'8", Alex Tuck 5'2". Those are some guys that I think I would get involved with. Cole Caulfield 4'2". It's just, no, I just wouldn't do it. Riley Smith 4K in there. And then over at D, Cam, we've talked a lot about Chychrun this year. Chychrun is
love
up
Chychrun.
at 6'8". Yeah, I mean, this guy, he's averaging more fantasy points per game than Shea Theodore. He's having a really good campaign.
Underrated. I'm going to need Chychrun to knock some chicklets out tonight. If Arizona's going to get that win, Meaney, I'm all in on Chychrun tonight, buddy. Let's go.
Why not? Get involved with Chychrun. Maybe you get Kessel in there. It would be a contrarian lineup. Bakar is at 5'9". I'm away from the Jets, but I do really like the price of Neil Pionk at 4'5". I think that's an interesting price. If you're looking maybe just to spend down, why not Drysdale at 2'9"? A little bit of a cash saver. He's going to get some power play time. He's going to log some minutes. He's got some offensive upside as well. In goal tonight, I just don't think the Habs can do enough offensively to get some shots, but Connor Hellebuck is 7'7". I like that price for Hellebuck. And then Kemper 7'2", right?
Hey, Meaney, you got Stones? What about Hill or who's starting
Kemper?
Kemper. You gonna go with old Darcy Kemper?
I'd like to spend down. Typically,
that's contrarian.
Yeah. That's contrarian. That's usually my move to spend down at the goalie position. I mean, you look at a game here where he had 21 DraftKings points, he gets 32 saves, 28 DraftKings points against the Kings, 26 saves. So, if he gets to 30 or he gets the save bonus, you're certainly going to be able to return value. But am I going to spend 8.5 on Grubauer? No, I don't want to go that route. So honestly, it would be Kemper, but I think I like Hellebuck. I think just the way the Canadiens are not scoring goals. So give me Hellebuck there. All right. That'll probably do it. What do you got, Matt, from Wednesday's show?
You sound a little scared when we get to this part of the show.
Well, it has been bad on this show.
4-2 last night on Wednesday. Vancouver money line missed. The under in Vancouver and Ottawa missed, but you nailed the over for Vegas and Colorado. Toronto money line, Edmonton money line, St. Louis money line. 4-2 brings your total record to 136-97.
Solid.
Shot props 3-3 last Wednesday. I had to think about what day it was today. Toffoli, I told you that guy's just gonna let you down and break your heart. Tuck and Brown, those three whiffed. Matthews, McKinnon, and I can't say the guy in Edmonton because he screwed me last night out of a decent parlay. That Connor guy, some people say he's good at hockey. That McDavid, I hate him so much right now. 6-way parlay, $20 would have won me
He's trolling you on the Canadians. I knew your Canadians would let you the best, Matt. Sorry, what's the parlay, buddy?
I had a 6-way parlay last night. 5 of them hit. McDavid just needed 4 shots. He finished with 3. Would have won me $780 on a $20 bet. A little pissed with McJesus right now. But that's why I bet him as singles, and you tear off your parlays.
Yep.
And you do that so at the end of the day you don't run away with no money. But God damn, McDavid, just one shot, dude.
I think we had him on the show, 2+ money for a 2-point night against the Jets. He's had at least 2 points in every single game against the Jets this season. The one team he has kind of struggled with is Calgary. I feel for you, Matt.
I had a $1,200 parlay. I went 7 out of 8 legs there last night too, and I just was too busy doing stuff and couldn't really hedge. I had Dallas plus 1.5. They lost 3-0. That was the only game wrong on it. Pissed me off.
Man.
Yep.
Let's see
if we can add them to the list, Meaney. I hate the Stars too. Screw them.
Yeah, I don't touch the Stars. Okay, let's see if we can keep this going. Plus 47 units over the last 3 days over at ftmbets.com. It's been a couple parlays that we've hit. So let's do this for a parlay. We'll go Winnipeg Jets and the under. Let's take Colorado and the over. And then let's chuck. Oh, man, that would be it. Just those two for the one parlay, but I'll give a couple more picks. I like the Kings, but I wouldn't throw them in that parlay because I'm just not confident in them being a good hockey team. So like Winnipeg in the under, Colorado in the over, LA, and then the under in Vegas and Arizona. I'm leaning with the under there. Cam, what do you got?
I first have a parlay that is 31-1 with under in Winnipeg and Montreal, over 6 in San Jose, Colorado. Kings money line because I'm a stooge, not like Meaney. I'm just throwing it in there. Arizona plus 175 and Arizona Vegas under 5.5. So $10 will get you, 310 there, 30. Yeah, it's almost 31 to 1 there, Meaney. So let's rock with that. That's going to be opening up the gate. Then we're going to take the under 5.5 in Montreal on a single. We're going to take the over 6 in SJ Sharkey, Colorado. I'm really worried about Colorado in this game, so I'm going to stay away from that one. I'm going to take the Kings and hold my breath, minus $1.25 there. And I'm going to take a shot with Arizona plus 1.5, plus 180 on the money line, and under 5.5. That's how I'm going to roll tonight on Friday.
Nice. I like that. I love that parlay.
31 to 1.
The more I'm thinking about it, to be honest with you guys, I probably will take Colorado on the puck line tonight. I think they may just smash the Sharks like 5-3 or something silly like that. I mean, that's not smashing them, but I think that we get to that over and just having Rantanen back in that lineup and getting a little bit healthier. Maybe they win by a couple goals, but the Sharks to screw us. For the shot props, I like Theodore. I like McKinnon. I like Rantanen. You get McKinnon 3.5. I'm going to like Rantanen 2.5. And when he's confirmed into the lineup, Shea Theodore 2.5. Toffoli will always screw you, but he'll always bounce back 2.5 going back to him. But I do like Suzuki at 1.5 as well. If I had to pick a king, it would be Dustin Brown. I was looking for Byfield. He may pop up somewhere a little bit later on. So again, check out ftnbets.com for more bets. If I do find him, I'll tweet that out. 4 shots in his debut. He had 6 shot attempts. I thought he looked really nice. I think he's going to be a guy that's going to get a lot of opportunity here in the next couple of weeks, and we can take advantage of that. Matt, what do you got? What's your favorite bet on the board tonight on the way out here?
I'm looking around, and I gotta get my head out of betting Arizona right now. I just gotta be patient. I gotta wait. I like the Jets on the money line, but that won't be on my main card. My main card will go Avs puck line. I like the Kings on the money line, like with almost no hesitation. I like them on the money line. And I like the Coyotes closer to puck drop. Sharks and Avalanche. I mean, the Avs on the money line in a parlay, yeah, but minus 300 is the updated odd right now, and I just won't play that on its own. I like your puck line call on them. Minus 1.5 for minus 125. I'm all over that. The over-unders tonight, I'm not a big fan of. I feel like these are all volatile games and could honestly go either way, unlike other cards where it's just like, yep, that's an over, that's an under, that's an over, that's an under. Shot props for me, give me Pacioretty, give me McKinnon, give me Suzuki, or I might take Kyle Connor there. Give me Dustin Brown, and give me Chychrun.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I wanted to just hammer home the Stone and the Pacioretty point again. Plus money for an assist and for 2 points. I mean, these guys have just been on a heck of a run. Maybe it ends tonight. Who knows? But let's ride this out. We've been riding it out now for this entire streak over at FTN. Plus 195 for a 2-point night for Stone, and plus 285 for a 2-point night for Pacioretty. That's the one I like the most. I mean, that's the shooter. That's the guy who's shooting the puck and putting it on net. So plus 285 for that one as well. I was just messing around. I love the free parlay calculator over at ftnbets.com. You get the best possible odds. So I put one in here with under Arizona and Vegas, under Winnipeg and Montreal, Colorado on the puck line, Kings to win, and Jets to win. That's 22 to 1. So that's
I got another one for you too.
Yes,
Can I give you another? This one's 26 to 1. It's Parlay Friday. Avalanche money line, under Jets and Canadians 5.5. Kings money line, Arizona plus 1.5. Under 5.5 in Arizona, Vegas, over 6 in SJ Sharkey, Colorado. It's 24.69. Yeah, 15 will get you smooth $385 and a couple steaks on your way out. Fill your damn cart. Let's go.
Baby, finishing strong. I like that one a lot. Actually, I was writing it down.
I like that one better than the other one.
That may be the best one that I think. Yeah, I think we're all on the same page here. Something very similar, and that was kind of similar to the one I just pumped out. But that one that you just gave there, maybe wait it out a little bit. You get some better odds here for Vegas or for Arizona on the puck line. Cam, always a pleasure. Good luck tonight. Have a great weekend. Maddie, same thing to you, man, for all the work. And catch Maddie here on the Mayo Media Network on the weekend. And we'll be back on Monday. Have a great one. Cheers.